Hi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Gary Nassif in Las Vegas. I am the author of Stop Crying and Listen to the Music and singer of my CD recorded with the great Steve Haberman, my Hollywood musical director. And he was wonderful, he is wonderful. And also with Frank Sinatra's pianist conductor Vincent Falcone, who was on the album also. But I want to talk to you about a miracle that happened to me. Word for word, it's all the truth. It's what happened to me. I was not expecting it. So I took a very trusty camera with me on a trip to New York, Long Island, New York, to see my college buddy Bob Landau. He and his family invited me, his mother and father, to spend a week with them. And Bob was a lifeguard at the Malibu Beach Club, which was just fabulous. We went there every day. But one night, Bob couldn't get me a date. He had a date, but he couldn't get me a date. So his mother said, "That's okay, I'll take care of you, Gary." So Mrs. Landau said, "Your mother would want me to take you to this Greek Orthodox church where they have a visiting icon of the Virgin Mary from Greece, and her iconic eyes are dripping with holy oil. And they collect it, and people are being healed from the holy oil." I said, "Wow, I'd love to go." So Mrs. Landau took me to, I think it was called St. John's Greek Orthodox Church in Hempstead, Long Island. Hempstead. I remember that. And I walked, she said, "You go in, I'm going to go to a girlfriend's house, and I'll be out here when you come back." I said, "Fine." She said, "Take your time." So I walked in, there was no one in the church, but the church was all lit up. It was just beautiful with the icons on the iconostas and the icons on the side walls. But no one was there. But there were lights everywhere. And I saw the famous icon in the front of the church, just in front of the iconostas. And I thought, oh, I want to take a picture of it. So I had my camera up, and my camera had been working perfectly my whole trip, okay? And at home. And I pressed the button, and the button would not go down. I could not take a picture of it. And I said, something is happening. I feel differently. And I thought, well, try it again. I tried it again. I pushed the button down. It would not go down and take the picture. So I thought, I'll test it. So I turned my body around and my camera, and I took pictures of the side icons on both sides, and my camera worked perfectly. The button went down every time. And then I said, maybe God doesn't want me to take this picture of the holy icon that drips holy oil from her eyes. So I said a little prayer. I said, "Dear God, I'm not doing this for commercial reasons. I'm innocent. Please do not hurt me. And may I take the picture again?" And I got no answer, of course. No, not of course. I get no answer. And I tried it again. I positioned the camera, and I pushed the button down. It would not go down. And this little Greek man who was he was cleaning the church, came over to me, and I said, "Sir," and I told him what happened. He said, "That happens every time to people who come to see the icon. They can take pictures of anything in the church, but not the icon." I said, "God is telling me, giving me a message. That's it." So So I said to the cleaning man, and he couldn't speak English very well. He said, one woman tried to take a picture last week and her camera blew up in her hand and fell on the floor. I said, was she hurt? He said, no, she was not hurt. This is a true story, and it was God telling me that it's holy. It has been blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. It's the truth, so help me God. In the name of Jesus. Love you. Bye.